Fighter 6. Street Fighter 6. Fighting round. Online ranked match. Comes a new challenger.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match.
Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Low kicks are a no-go. Goes for the throw. Steps in for the throw. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Knockdown. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Picture perfect parry there. Their timing is on point. What are they thinking here? The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Was well in range to score the throw. Player one can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes, and the throw ends the round. Player two picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. Jump. Still slugging it out at this range. Both fighters are trying not to get trapped in the corner. Who's gonna take it? Hazanshi experiencing burnout. Player two has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Hazanshi gets in a Hazanshi. Yo, critical art now? Player two doesn't take the throw. Player two brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run. Peppers them with the lightning kick. Gets the jump in. Lots of aggression from both sides. Player two in that dangerous burnout state. Can they outlast it? Player one chases them down. Knockdown. Player two doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Takes a trip. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. They need to rely on their instincts here. Sneaks in the throw. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Pushing through with the Gladius. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Burnout! Let's check the tempo of the match if you can. Goes for the super art early to try and establish a big life lead from the get-go. Player two in dire straits with burnout. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Player one is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Player one will look to apply pressure here. But, ooh, what a smart throw. SBK hits. Going in. Yo, critical art now? This is going to hit for a critical art. You gotta imagine that this is not only gonna wreck their life bar, but also their nerves. What now? Flatline zone. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Reads the jump in perfectly. Crowns him from above. Not in range for the throw. The Gladius pries them open. And whiffs. They're wide open. Knockdown! Here comes the mix-up. Getting up close and personal.
Super armor, cold and calculated.
This is the time to believe low heavy. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Okay, here we see the overhead coming. Player 2 is in a very good pumps the brakes on the impact. What a finish!
Ooh, I dare you to find me a better match than that. Get up and tell him what's good.
It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. The throw whips. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Steps in for the throw. Low heavy hits. Mix up incoming. Takes a trip. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Player 2 will have to fight back here with KO! Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Gets scooped from down low. Uses a long-range attack there to zone them perfectly. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Smart play with the throw. Oh, what's this? This is gonna be bad news. It's back with the drive impact on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge risk. Big time whip! Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. In with the cross. Amazing! Player 1 can't let this simmer.
Fold it up like a cheap suit.
What? No!
Critical art now?
This is closes it out! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Opens with this and leads to some big damage. Ooh, what a smart throw!
SBK hit!
Player 2 will look to apply pressure.
Goes for the ground and pound.
What now? Reads the jump in perfectly. Overhead, but it won't work. Player 2 needs to wait this out. What are they gonna do? Burns out. Player 2 is in burnout state. A very precarious impact. Squat. Meets them in air. Gotta do better than that. Are we gonna see a comeback here? This is so... And whiffs. They're wide open. Solid anti-air.
Both sides getting ready.
Oh, but you're grounded. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters.
Comes a new challenger.
Two of the biggest lab monsters are about to get it going.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. There's a finish. Does not want to get stuck in the corner. Lots of aggression from both sides. Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. Knockdown. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Saw them sweating against the wall and gets in the throw. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Whiffs the throw. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Going in, smart use of the invincibility on the overdrive tension. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Rattles them with a spinning bird kick. Medium kick. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Fights back with authority. And whiffs. They're wide open. Player 1 has depleted their drive gauge, but they are still within range. Sets up with the jump in. Big got amazing, never say die attitude got them the win.
Ken wins.
Player 2
Gets the win in a convincing fashion.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. We're finally ready to begin this long-awaited fight. Our players look primed and ready. Player 2 chases them down. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Good job blocking the jumping. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Taking stock. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Knockdown. Player 1 in trouble with no drive. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Looks like they both want to stay out of the corner. KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Big, low, reaching heavy. Smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. Still slugging it out at this range. They are really going at each other this round. The reads they make now will be key. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. A back throw for damage and vital positioning.
Taps him on the toe.
Connects with the throw. Both fighters are hurting. What's gonna happen? Oh, the throw connects. Both sides. What a finish! Player 2 brings it.
Special match versus. Here comes a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Well-timed command throw there. Player 2 has the life lead. Oh, whiffs the grab. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. What's the play here? Player 1 is just about out of drive. Nice, perfect parry there. What'll they do next? Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Not shy with the grab. Knockdown. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. Throws them to negate the block. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Going in, brushes off the impact. Gets the counter hit for the win. They're so good at whiff punish. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Lands a punish counter for the first hit. Looking to plant him with a pile driver. Player 1 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? Both fighters planning something? From upstairs, hits him with a stop and pop. Target lock and scoop. Player 2 is dominant burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Looking for a chance, while critical. What's gonna happen? Pulls out the big guns with a close hand ground tap.
I never get tired of seeing this. Here it comes.
Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible?
Reach out and hug him.
It's too much. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Who will come out on top in this final round? Big damage. All the throws connect. Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return. Player 2 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Uh-oh. This could really tip the scales. Can they make the most of this? That's gonna leave them rattled. Player 1 is barely hanging on to their last bit of drive. What are they gonna do? Big time whip! Not in Rick, gotta do better than that. Pack your bags. We're going to Siberia. Ugh, take a seat. Do they have what it takes to steal the round here? Throws! I can't believe they are done! Player 2 was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. This is gonna hurt. The low heavy is denied. Gets the jump in. Big, low, reaching heavy. Uses a long-range attack there to zone them perfectly. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Fantastic reactions there. Throws them to negate the block. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player 1 chases him down. They can't squander this punish counter chance. Both players all out of drive gauge. Closing moments of the match. What KO! Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Immediate jump in. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Brushes that off and keeps going. Russian suplex. And that's going to be a chunk of damage there. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Reads the command grab. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Medium kick hit. Going in. Smart use of the invincibility on the overdrive tension. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Brushes that off and keeps going. Wait, what? Are they actually dead? It doesn't kill. They're still in this. Player flatlines them. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. This is crucial. The opening round is about to begin. Clear that neither of them wants to be in the corner. Does not want to get stuck in the corner. Still slugging it out here. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Gets the jump in. We are near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? Burnout is triggered. Knockdown. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Impact's a no-go. Anything could happen here. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. The drive impact whip. Smart choice to use that attack to do chip damage and get the KO to take the round. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Rattles them with a spinning bird kick. Breaks the block with a throw. Good work staying in throw range there. Reads the command grab. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Both fighters planning something? Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Hits them with a stop and bop. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Quick breather. Experiencing burnout. Player, the super doesn't hit. Here comes the corner press. That's gonna leave him rattled. Dangerous range here. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Player 1 can't use flatlines there. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Open. This is leading some big damage. Double lariat, and now pack your bags.
We're going to Siberia. Player 2 with the lead. That back row was huge. Nothing stops this train. Player 1 on the throw connects. Vintage. The low. Player 1 low heavy. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? SBK hit. It is over. Ooh, I dare you to find me a better match.
One-on-one. Best unranked match. Challenger.
We're in for something special right here, right now.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Goes for the low kick. Throw hits. Now the fun begins. The low kick connects. Picks up some damage with a long reaching attack. They're not going to allow any jump-ins. Opts for the throw. Steps in for the throw. Player one is just about out of drive after that. Knockdown. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move where you're going to eat tons of damage. All right, what's coming up next? Low heavy hits. Mix up incoming. Slight miscalculation on the air throw spacing. Life lead is opening up, but that could still be overcome with smart drive use. Big, low, reaching heavy. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Holds out with the block. Blocks the low heavy. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup? And the throw ends the round. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Jump! Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Keeping track of the opponent's movements, waiting for a good opening. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Lots of life to play with, and full SA meters. What will they do? This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Player two will look to apply pressure. Grounds them from above. Both fighters planning something? Burnout! They set the tempo of the match to tank. Red drive and back misses. Tensho kicks. Player one needs to hold up. Catches out the cage right there.
Get it, skills.
This is gonna kill, no doubt about it.
Let's go.
What a finish! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Blocks the low kick. Baits out the low kick. Oh, the throw connects. That throw will do some good damage. Gets up close and personal. Player one meets them air to air. Both fighters planning something? Overhead. The low kick hits. Smart stuff, poking out that range to zone the opponent. Scrambling here to avoid that corner. The low. Player one can't you crown them from above. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Target combo, it turns out. Player one is in burnout state. A very precarious situation. Tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. I don't know if this is enough to kill. Are you kidding me? Player one is gonna...
Great match. Choose a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Player one with the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? Player two needs to deal with this burnout. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? Player two chases them down. Takes a trip. Throws them to negate the block. Player two is maintaining the corner position for some juicy. They've been pushed into the wall and the stun's there. The throw misses. Time to do some damage after that wall splat. Taking stock. Getting into the end game now. It's getting to KO.
Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Turns it up a notch and sends them to
Hits them with a stop and pop. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Delivers the pain right to the doorstep.
hold your breath.
They can't squander this punish counter chance. Player two has an empty drive lead. This is a very precarious situation. Knockdown and it's a good spot to use the super. Uses the game for the super. They're not playing around here. Player two just put themselves. Nothing stops this train.
Going in? You've got to be much
So fast on the air throw.
no life left.
They got a mind to tap them on the toe. Oh, here we go. Low heavy, but no go. These fighters are swinging for the D9. Keeps cool and knocks them out. Okay, here we go. A lot of pressure building up here. What are they going to flatlines on?
Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for it.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Misses the grab.
Sees it coming and blocks it out. Drive impact is blocked, but takes a bite out of the drive gauge to apply some pressure. Counter hit throw there. What's the play here? Player two pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player two needs to deal with this burnout. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Player two doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Long low attack hit. Oh, easy tag. I can't keep track of these corner switches. Knockdown. That drive impact doesn't get through. Okay, creating some space. Going on the offensive? The grab misses.
Oh, were they baiting them into that?
What a finish. Great read on the life gauge there.
Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter.
Jump.
Impact's a no-go. You can block impacts, but you're gonna lose some drive gauge when you do.
Grabs them.
All right, what's coming up next? Lots of life to play with.
Experiencing burnout. Player two in dire straits with burnout. Both fights, they're going for the super art. That's not gonna hit. Gotta be careful not to whip burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. They're both driveless. This is gonna hurt. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. A real test of nerves here. Were they baiting them into that? Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Raw super hard incoming. Closes it out. Player one is a force to be reckoned with.